don't sit still. But as a parent, you still want to capture the memories. Here to share some pro tips and tricks to getting great photos of your kids is photographer Lindsay Kay. Lindsay, thank you so much for coming in today.
Thank you for having me.
I have been just super excited about the idea of having you come in because number one, you do just beautiful, beautiful work.
Thank you.
But you know, you mentioned this in the break. You do recommend that people do professional photography, but you also know that and you're a mom yourself.
Yes.
You're with your kids all the time, so you're going to be snapping pictures.
Yes.
What's your advice for getting pictures that, when I'm taking them myself, I'm actually going to want to keep and not delete off my phone?
Well, the value is now we have digital photography, so we can take lots and lots and lots just in case they don't turn out. But really, I try and have fun with kids while I'm taking their pictures, and you interact with them and make them laugh and tickle them and tell them jokes. And sometimes I don't even go behind my camera, I just kind of hold it off to the side. So they're still looking at me, they're still looking at a face and able to interact with me. And that's how I'm getting those genuine smiles and reactions from them.
Wow, can you expand on that? That seems obvious, but I've never heard that. You're right, instead of hiding behind the camera,
Right.
How important is the eye contact?
Very, yeah. The kids need to feel like they're, you know, interacting with a person and not just this big black box. And so that's my son there that we're seeing now. And I was actually tickling him to get this photo. So he's just laying on the couch, tickling and interacting, and that's how you get those genuine smiles.
Well, expand on that a little bit. You don't have to be perfectly posed. I feel like because off the top of the show, I was showing my wedding pictures from 15 years ago, and the style has changed a lot. So it's not so much about sitting perfectly or being posed. I mean, he's laying on his back.
Right.
Why have we changed a little bit in how we set up pictures, do you think?
I think that we're just kind of capturing life as it happens now, and instead of the once a year getting your photos done and everyone looks perfect, it's just really nice to see what your family is like in this exact moment. What did we look like when your kid's favorite lovey was this certain stuffed animal, or what did it look like when every Saturday morning we made pancakes around the table together? And this is an example of like just changing your perspective, getting down and getting on their level and laying on the floor with them so you're at the same level as them. So talking a little bit about that, so on your belly maybe for a baby, but maybe on your knees for a toddler. Yep.
How does that change the view of the picture that you get?
I just think you're more at level with them and one-on-one with them and being able to kind of capture things from their perspective and from their view.
This seems like this is exactly kind of your style here. If we show this picture, this is what you just said. It's kind of life as it happens.
Right, and I think this is very much them. It organically happened. The girl crawled into the crib, and so the family kind of gathered around, and they were just laughing, and she was so funny and so giggly, and so the family is responding to her, and yeah, that's one of my favorite photos.
How about this picture? Because you have some fur babies in here too. That's something that you've added into. You didn't see puppies and pets in pictures so much before.
Right, and I just feel like this is very much capturing them. You know, that's the age of those puppies when that baby was born, and that was the first time their family kind of became 3 babies now. And yeah, it's just nice I think they're going to look back on that and really like that picture.
How would you describe your style of photography?
Just really candid, in the moment, not perfection like you had said before, just really real life in the moment.
What advice, you've given us a couple of tips, but would you give to parents who say, I could never get a picture like this? What are some things they should remember when they're trying to take a picture?
The most important thing would be light. So I try and use window light. So getting close to a window, turning off all of the other lights in your house, they kind of give like a yellow cast. And getting your kids, try to get them to play close to a window, do what they like to do every day, and just kind of capture them doing that.
How about the framing as well? I mean, well, now this one, you have a little bit of everything. This baby is centered in this picture.
That's my son again.
Okay, he's adorable. He's like a baby model. But you know, the one great picture of the family laughing, the dad was even almost cut off a little bit. But that's kind of the style now too.
It is. I kind of feel bad sometimes when I crop off families' heads or something, but in that photo, the moment was the little girl laughing and kind of everything was falling around it. So, but yeah, playing with your composition, which is putting maybe the child on the top end or the bottom end or the side, capturing details.
Can you expand on that? I mean, I love this picture. You used to think, you know, if you didn't have the baby's face in the picture, it wasn't a keeper.
Right.
But this tells quite the story.
Yeah, the baby's feet are only that big for a very short time, and capturing what they're like in that moment and those tiny feet and those brand new wrinkles. This baby is about 20 minutes old, so yeah.
Can you just touch on that a little bit too? You do have the opportunity to be there right when babies are born. That's something that not a lot of photographers do.
Nope, it's pretty new, and there's not a lot of people in the area that do it. But so I go on call, and then when moms go into labor, I go in and photograph the story of the baby being born.
Well, you gave us some great advice, but of course your pictures turn out a lot better than mine. How do people get a hold of you, and what kind of different shoots? You do newborn, you do birthing pictures, you cover it all.
I do kind of do it all. I like a little bit of everything, but I do kind of specialize in the children, families, and birth. And they can get a hold of me on my website, which is lindsay-k.com, or just on my Facebook page.
Well, thank you for coming in, and make sure that you take pictures. I mean, I'm sure that you value what you do, but it's important for moms to all take pictures.
Yes, and as well for moms to get in the picture. So don't be the one behind the camera all the time, but also be in the photos as well. That's very important.
Great advice. Lindsay, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you.
Stay with us. Coming up, how food could be affecting your sleep.